Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I keep drinking Japanese sake, a lot of sake, and introduce in both Japanese and in English, and I get drunk. And when I'm drunk, I do Hitorigoto, which means talking to myself. So today I'm drinking, I think this is the first time that I drink from this sakebrewery in this video. It's from the Gunma prefectures. Sakebrewery's name is hijirishuzo. Name of the sake is hijiri. It's a Junmaiginjo sake. It's raw, no filtered, and they use the rice called Shiga Wataribune Rokugo. My first time to try. And it says GOTH, but I don't know what that means. And then I'm going to talk about my funny, interesting, hopefully interesting experience of general anesthesia. I actually had quite interesting stories that I can actually share with you guys, and then I actually talked to some of my friends about what I went through or what I remember or what I think I remember, and based on their reactions yeah, something might really happen. I'm not sure because I actually talked to my doctors and everything, but they kept telling me that everything is fine, nothing happened. It just took a little bit longer. But I'm going to talk about that. I'm just gonna talk about the very the first two experience right after I woke up from the general anesthesia. But first of all, I think I already got sleep a little bit, but cheers. The first of it smell. It's really, it's nice. Very simple, clean, sweet rice smell. I like it. Little bit sour. And then the flavor is very tasty. The texture is, I think it has a very distinctive texture. It's soft, mellow. Yeah, I it's a combination of mellow and soft. I can feel the texture on my tongue, and then there is a little bit dryness afterwards. I think this is the signature flavor texture of this sake. Very enjoyable. I can say very complex, and the flavor itself is good rice, sweet flavor. It's very playful, interesting. Nice. Okay, so I talked to my doctor friends. I googled it, and I also consulted with the those two doctors, my main doctors, and also I had to see my doctor who gave me the consultations about the general anesthesias and everything. All of them says that when I'm in the general anesthesia, I'm not supposed to dream. But I remember that I had a dream or I experienced something if that's not dream. That topic is very interesting and personal to me, so I think eventually I'm going to talk about it. But the two things that I remember right after I fully regained my consciousness from the general anesthesia is that happiness, like euphoria. It's I never ever felt that kind of very intensive happiness or euphoria in my entire life. That's the first feeling that I got right after I regained my consciousness from the general anesthesia, I didn't know what to do, but it was like I feel like I was in heaven. It's like I kept thinking like, how could I feel this much happiness? What is going on with me? Where am I? That's the first thing that I remember, besides the experience that I think I did. So the whole experience is very interesting. They put me on the bed for the surgery, and then they asked me to count numbers, and then they instructed me that, oh, we're gonna put the drugs right now. Right after that, one thing I remember, I had a dream, I had an experience. And then the second thing is that I have this euphoria, the happiness feeling, very nice. I didn't want to let it go, but I think I was very unstable, so I lost my consciousness, I believe. And then the second time that I woke up, it was the nightmare. Nausea. It just felt so bad. I really wanted me to vomit. I felt nausea so bad. I never felt that bad nausea in my entire life. I couldn't bear. I really wishing that, why don't I just die now? Those kind of things. And then like the nurse was actually watching me and asking me, is everything okay? And then I told, I'm not sure it was him or her. I couldn't really tell because my oxygen mask was on here and then my vision was really narrowed. And then I think I was suffering, still like trying to regain my consciousness, and then those like the flood of the vomit feeling, like nausea feelings just took over me. So I remember like I told the person that the nausea is just unbearable. And then I remember he or she said, okay, let me, give you the medicine. And then I think I was given medications. I'm not sure because in the first 3 hours, they examined me with, oxygen masks and everything. I couldn't really move. And in the, 3 hours, like there's a constant, like the feelings of nausea, like I regained consciousness, I lost consciousness, but I really remember like I just simply wanted to, please someone just kill me because the nausea that I felt, it was so bad. So after 3 hours, I guess they thought that my condition was stable, so they removed my oxygen mask. And then also like I forgot how it's called, the things that I put, the tube that they put into a person's penis, because so that, how do I say, urine goes into somewhere. I don't know how it's called in English. Originally, I was not supposed to, they are not supposed to just install that in me because operation shouldn't be that long, but unfortunately it took much longer. So I guess in the end they decided to install that things in me. So they removed that thing and then oxygen mask, and then they say that I can actually move and then I can drink water and everything. I was thirsty and I felt so like nausea and everything. It just felt so bad, but I wanted to drink water. When I drank water, I could feel that I'm gonna throw up. Like my stomach is coming out of my mouth and it's gonna come out of my body. That I could feel that it moves. And I tried to throw up, but nothing came out because it's completely empty. And then like I was begging a nurse that could you give me a medicine? And then this time I remember there was a female. She was putting some liquid into my IV, and then right after that I felt much better, and then I went back to sleep. And this is something that I didn't expect, because my doctor friends and my friends who actually had general anesthesias in the past, they kept telling me that, oh, it's really nothing. You just, general anesthesia is just gonna knock you out. When you wake up, everything's down. You don't feel anything. Everything is fine. And I did actually, I had to see a doctor before surgery about the general anesthesia, and then I had to sign the agreements and everything. And then the doctor did tell me that the possible side effect after I wake up, I would feel nausea. Yeah, I thought that's just a formality. I shouldn't have underestimated that, because I never ever felt that much nausea, the bad feeling in my entire life. So it's like when I first woke up, the feeling of euphoria, like happiness, like I was in the heaven. And then the second time that I woke up, they knocked me down into the hell. It was just really, really bad. But I do remember the doctor about explain about the general anesthesia, says that the younger people tend to have the nausea symptoms and everything. So I guess I'm still young. I'm not sure. I'm not that young though. But yeah, so I just wanna let you know that if somehow, I'm really hoping that it's not gonna happen to you, but if somehow you will go through general anesthesia in in the future, be ready for it. It's really bad feeling. So please stay healthy so that you don't have to go through. Yeah, that's all. So drink this one. As you can see, I keep drinking. I already finished this much. Yeah, sake is good. So yeah, that's the story about me going through general anesthesia. There are actually a few very interesting things. So probably next drink I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, that's all. So please subscribe to my channel. So じゃあね、バイバイ。